What would happen if Spain fought against all of Latin America? The question echoes like a sound in an abyss. It belongs to no time. The sky turns gray and the sun reflects on oceans that seem infinite, vibrating with the memory of centuries of wars and forgotten conquests. Fly over a fleet that seems suspended between the real and the imaginary. Modern fighter jets cut through the air like shadows, projecting impossible geometries over breathing seas, while Spain's frigates and corvettes advance with impeccable precision, like living clocks. Beneath the surface, drones and submarines patrol invisible, silent, calculating, anticipating. Latin America responds with equivalent forces, equipped with modern technology, with smart weapons, satellites, and advanced defense systems ready to match every step of the adversary.
The question is inevitable. Can strategy, history, and ingenuity tip the balance when technology is equal, and only willpower and coordination define victory? Let's see. The conflict does not belong to a specific year. It is timeless. A simulation that blends centuries and technologies, where every decision is amplified, every mistake comes at a high price. Spain deploys its power like a master who knows every movement of its pieces. Fighters that cut the wind, drones that circle the horizon like metal birds, submarines that glide through layers of water with lethal precision, frigates that form an almost impenetrable wall, artillery that can sweep kilometers of coastline in seconds. Latin America responds with equivalent force, coordinated air squadrons, advanced naval fleets, cyber networks, and electronic defense systems ready to match every step of the adversary.
Do you feel the roar of the engines? Fighter jets cut the sky like blades, reflecting a sun that struggles to break through the gray clouds. Drones watch from above, retransmitting every signal. The first shot sounds like a distant echo, but its impact is immediate. Missiles intercept targets, and each explosion lights up clouds of dust and water rising like ghosts. Spain has the advantage. It anticipates enemy movements, coordinates synchronized attacks, and blocks escape routes. Every maneuver is calculated, every second a strike of precision. But Latin America does not give in. It reorganizes. Its forces spread out, counterattack with asymmetric tactics, and use the terrain and currents to their advantage. Every second is a breath that could define survival. The sea rumbles under the pressure of torpedoes, rockets, and projectiles. The air fills with light and shadow, a scenario that seems suspended between fantasy and reality. War breaks out on all fronts: air, naval, land, and cyber. Spanish fighters rise above the clouds, tracking their enemies with sensors that detect the slightest movement. Each Latin American aircraft is observed before it can be dissipated, neutralized before it can complete its maneuver. On land, automated artillery fires with surgical precision, while coordinated infantry units advance between explosions and smoke. Submarines and submerged fleets maneuver in the silence of the ocean, attacking strategic targets, leaving trails of controlled chaos. Even so, the technology is equal. Each side can track, anticipate, and respond, but Spain maintains the advantage. Discipline, strategy, information control, and coordination impeccable. The sky darkens with the smoke of intercepted missiles. The ground trembles under the passage of armored vehicles and explosion. The ocean stirs, a shattered mirror reflecting the brutality of the confrontation. Both sides deploy advanced weapons, armed drones, long-range missiles, state-of-the-art radars, global communication systems. But Spain excels in every action. Logistics work like a clock, precise supply, replacement of strategic units, instant coordination between forces. Every squadron, every ship, and every land unit moves with a precision that seems impossible. Latin America responds with cleverness, adapting, changing formations, and seeking vulnerability points. Every second is a calculation, every maneuver a test of endurance and creativity. The conflict becomes a duel of wits more than a clash of fire and steel. The technological balance is there, but strategy and control make the difference. A decisive battle approaches. Explosions light up the sky like lightning from an angry god, casting shadows that stretch across the land and sea as the clouds seem to burn with their own fire. Every artillery burst and every launched missile draw luminous lines cutting through the air, a map of destruction that only the most attentive can read. On the sea, Spanish frigates and destroyers cut waves like blades, blocking escape routes, imposing control zones. Their guided torpedoes travel through the waters with silent precision, while Allied submarines lurk from the shadows, invisible and lethal, covering every enemy movement. Every Spanish decision is a calculated blow. It anticipates the counterattack. Enemy communication is cut. Formations are dispersed before they can regroup. Latin America resists with fury and cunning. Its ground units maneuver through difficult terrain, deploying anti-air weapons and electronic defense systems. Enemy drones and missiles encounter dynamic shields, interference, and evasive maneuvers. Every counterattack is bold, every maneuver woven like a fabric in the attempt to find a weak point. The pressure is constant, the tension palpable. The balance of power seems like a thread suspended over an infinite abyss. The dust of battle begins to settle. The ocean and the land bear scars of fire and metal. But Spain remains firm. Its forces, though worn, maintain the advantage. Latin America partially retreats, reorganizing, learning from every maneuver and every defeat. The resistance persists, but Spain has shown strategic superiority on every front. The conflict leaves traces on every sensor, every radar, every land and sea surface. Equal technology is not enough without discipline, coordination, and experience. The after silence is not celebration, it's reflection. The war has been a mirror, showing the strength of human ingenuity, the precision of strategy, and resilience in the face of chaos. And now you feel the breeze. You hear the echo of explosions that no longer exist. Do you see the sun? Reflecting on seas that have known fire and the precision of discipline. The conflict ends, but its memory persists. A lesson about human ingenuity, about how coordination and resilience can define history, even against brute force and technological parity. And now tell me, what would happen if Spain fought against all of Latin America?